We decided that we're gonna power rank the ugliest of the new uniforms because let's face it, there's a lot more ugly ones than there are nice ones.
Yeah, yeah, there really are. You want to kick us off here, Corey?
All right, so we're gonna start from the nicest to the ugliest. I feel like you
Okay.
and me are gonna be in universal agreement here. The
Yeah,
LA
I think the
Chargers have
world.
by far have the nicest uniforms.
Yes, that's not even a question. I think everyone's in agreement that the Chargers' new uniforms are incredible, especially the powder blue jersey.
Oh yeah, I like that one. My favorite one was the throwback to the LT unis with the dark blue with the I love the dark blue lightning bolt they did on the helmet too.
Yeah, oh, that's so good. I really like just the lightning bolt that's on the pants. Like
Hmm.
that's on every single one of the pants, and the yellow lightning bolt on their white pants is such a great look. And then also the number on the helmet,
I
I think
love
is
that too.
classic.
Like a retro
Yeah.
look. Oh my god, yeah.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, they have one like uniform set where they'll wear the powder blue jersey and then yellow pants with a thunderbolt on the side, and that's just the cleanest looking uniform I think in all of sports. The Chargers hit a home run.
Yeah, I was like I looked at because they when they showed the social media picture, they showed all the uniform options they have. One, they have more choices than any other team, I think, in the entire league now. I think they have like six.
Yeah, they do. They're like the Oregon of the NFL.
Seriously. And then I love all the choices. And I mean, I haven't liked new uniforms for a team this much since the Seahawks did their revamp.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. It's been a long time since I've liked a new uniform as much as I've liked the Chargers. And like you said, the number of combinations they have is incredible. They have the dark blue jerseys, which are so sleek. They have white jerseys, they have the powder blue, and then they also have the yellow pants that I mentioned as well, which complement the powder blue and the white jersey so well. They have, what is it, four different jersey combinations that they can use, four or five different
I saw
ones.
six.
Six? Yeah. Oh my God. The Chargers did such a great job with these. I want a Chargers jersey just looking at them, and I'm not even a fan.
You neither are their fans. So
Yeah.
don't worry about it.
Is is anyone a genuine Chargers fan?
If you're a Chargers fan, tweet at our Twitter at the extended cut underscore. And
Yeah.
I would love
Let
to
us
know if there's
know.
a pulse out there.
Yeah. Are there any Chargers fans?
If you
Because
are, there might be a
they
reward.
they've been drawing ticket sales to their MLS stadium that's, like rivaling XFL ticket sale numbers.
God, they live the dream.
They're living the dream, yeah.
All right,
Put him
speaking
back
of
in San Diego, please.
yeah, speaking of living the dream, I got it from my fifth ranked uniform,
So
and
the second
yeah,
best
the second
uniform.
best uniform, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with that one. If the Chargers didn't redo their uniforms this year, I think the Buccaneers would have had the best
Yeah, me too.
because they returned to like the classic 2000 style Buccaneers uniforms, which are just such a great look. They're so fresh.
Yeah, they just basically
Um,
modernized it. They didn't have the weird numbers that they had for the past few years, like the reflective tape crossing guard numbers.
Yeah, they got rid of all that nonsense, and they're just like they're cleaner, they're simpler, and they're better look uniforms in my opinion. The all pewter uniforms that they have, like that
Hmm.
the bronze pants
The
and
color
bronze
rush.
jersey look. Yeah, those are so great. And I think the numbers too, like you mentioned, they cleaned those up a lot. It's just simpler, more to the point. I think it's a classic Buccaneers look. And it came at the perfect time, right? What a better opportunity. Like, what better opportunity could there be for you to redo your brand than getting the GOAT? And they're returning to these uniforms that remind me of like the Super Bowl days in
Yeah,
Tampa
John
Bay
Gruden.
when John Gruden was the coach. I think the Buccaneers did a terrific job.
Oh yeah, me too. I actually, it's funny you said the pewter uniforms because they're definitely like my least favorite of all the uniforms. I don't know.
Me too, but I still think that they look good. Like
They're
I
not
think
bad. No.
I think their red jerseys are my favorite. Just the clean red Buccaneers right on top of the number.
Hmm.
Yeah, those are great. And also like it looks like they cleaned up the helmet slightly too.
Yeah.
Because the helmet that they were wearing last year, the Buccaneers logo was just so obnoxiously large. across the helmet.
It took up like the whole.
Bad.
It like ran the circumference of the helmet.
Yeah, it just didn't look good. I think that they made like a very very small tweaks to that just to clean up the look as well. I think the Buccaneers uniforms are amazing, and I really want to get a Gronk Tampa Bay jersey. Tampa Bay jersey.
Sounds
I
like
really
you're gonna
want
be bankrupt.
I really want a red Gronk jersey, but I can't afford it right now.
I want all these uniforms, but unfortunately, I can only buy my favorite team's unis, the Chargers.
The Chargers. Said no one ever.
Some little kid's like, Mom, I want a Chargers jersey. The mom's just like, the who?
You're what? You can't root for them. You're grounded.
you're not going anywhere.
Yeah. Oh man.
So I got for fourth, the third nicest is I thought the Patriots uniforms were nice because they were essentially they took the color rush jerseys, which everyone loved, and they just took them in and were like, you know what, we're just gonna make them our home and away jerseys. We'll just change the color.
Yeah, I'm not as big a fan as of the Patriots' new uniforms, I think, as you are. But you're also a Pats fan, so I'll defer to you. I just think that they look like a ripoff of the XFL Guardians jerseys. I mean, they are a ripoff of the XFL Guardians jerseys. It's like the exact same jersey, just the Patriots color scheme.
Mm-hmm.
And the Patriots also had, I thought, really great uniforms.
I don't know why we changed them, but I feel like
I don't
every
know why
team,
they changed them either.
I think every team has in the past 3 years. I think there must be some sort of cycle teams have to go through. I was kind of disappointed by these, but I'm not saying I love them because they're the third best. Like I said, a lot of these are ugly. So I consider this like a eh.
Yeah, I think they're an eh too. I mean, honestly, the only Patriots uniform that I would love to have back are the classic Patriot Pat ones, the red jerseys with the white helmet. Those are some of the best looking uniforms.
If they switch,
those are up there with the Chargers.
Yeah, if you put this uniform, but if you put the like a revamped version of Pat the Patriot on it instead of the Elvis
and
head
red jerseys, red home jerseys too.
Oh
that
God.
would be so clean. Yeah.
If you do red with like I don't even know, like blue and white on the shoulders instead of red and white. Oh my God, that would
look so good.
That would.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know how the Patriots could have improved. Like the Patriot Pat uniforms of the old days were so great. But then also the 2000s jerseys have their own like distinctive New England look to them. And personally, I just think that the jerseys are a little worse. Like the numbers on the jerseys look pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
That like they take up the entire back of the jersey. It looks like some test that the Oregon Ducks would use, like that Nike would give to them for some shitty regular season game against an FCS team. Like it looks like something they're just experimenting with and don't actually know if it's going to work.
I would have to say that
I'm just not the biggest fan, not going to lie to you.
Yeah, no, if the Jets weren't in the division, I would say the Patriots have the ugliest uniforms now.
Yeah, but the Jets uniforms are really all-time trash. Like,
yeah, did you see that thing where their Twitter, like, they got added for having the worst uniforms, and they were like,
yeah.
Oh, excuse me, did you see our black Jets uniforms? Yeah, I did. Did you see your other two uniforms by any chance?
They don't work. The black is not that much of an upgrade, New York.
And I've never associated the Jets with black, ever.
No. Never. And the green and white jerseys you guys do have are trash. They look like a worse version of the Browns uniforms the last 3 years.
I am so glad that you just said the Browns because they were my third, fourth?
Third worst.
Yeah, third
Fourth
worst. Third worst. This power ranking thing is going smoothly, I must say.
Smoothly.
I don't know. Did you have the Browns at the third nicest?
Yeah, so I actually had the Patriots and the Browns flipped.
Okay.
But, I actually don't mind Cleveland's new uniforms.
I don't either.
I don't think that they're really an upgrade, but I also don't think that they're going to take away from anything because it's really a return to, like, the classic Cleveland Browns look. They brought back the orange stripes on the sides of the jerseys, on the sleeves, and with the socks, which I like. And it's on brand. Like they got rid of the tacky Cleveland at the top of the jersey. That was like above the numbers, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, like right where the NFL crest is.
Yeah, and to me, it was just really simplifying their kit, simplifying their uniforms. I think the only combinations they have are brown jersey, brown pants, or white jersey and white pants.
Nice.
Yeah, nice to go along with the classic orange helmet. I don't think it was a super significant change, but I think that they'll look cleaner on TV. And until Cleveland actually starts winning games, what does any of this matter?
I agree with you. I was just like, when I looked at him, like, they changed what?
Yeah.
I was like, they're not ugly. They're just like more of the same. And I honestly cannot think of a way to make the Browns jerseys look modern. They just are stuck looking similar to the last one and the one after that and the one after that. And it just goes on and on. I guarantee you, if you look through NFL history of the Browns jerseys, it like all they do is change the direction of stripes or like wherever they are on the uniform. You can't change that. You're not going to see like a massive Browns revamping.
No, and it's going to be really tough to make flashy and like attractive uniforms out of their color scheme, which consists of dead fall brown and depressed orange. Like
Sick.
there's just not a lot to work with there.
Maybe like paper bag brown, maybe excite the fans a little, make them feel familiar.
That's amazing. They should change their primary color to paper bag brown.
It'd be a really good fit.
Paper bag browns.
And we wonder why LeBron left. Anyway,
Yeah.
this might come as a shock to a lot of people, but I have for the second worst new uniform, I have the Falcons as the second worst, not the worst.
Okay.
I feel like you and me have the last two flipped.
Yes, I have the Falcons as the worst new uniform.
All right, I'll go first, and then you can drive
so then the Rams second worst, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead, Corey.
These are literally XFL reject uniforms. Like this was a team that they thought existed, and they were like, "We're gonna have Atlanta have an XFL team." I already made the prompt for it, and they're like, "Actually, we're not gonna have it in Atlanta, so we're just gonna throw these out with the Falcons." Oh wait, no, those look awesome. We'll take them. God,
we'll take them. Yeah.
Don't
throw those out.
They're so modern. They are not cool. They were definitely trying to look like the Hawks uniforms, which I hate the Hawks uniforms. So I don't know why you would want to look like them, because their uniforms are basically trying to do the same exact thing. When I think of the Hawks uniforms, I think of their super ugly, like triangle shades of red and maroon home uniform. And I feel like they just tried to go really modern with the look. I do not like it, and my least favorite is definitely that weird red to black fade, which I feel like was supposed to be like their piece de la resistance. They're just like, check this out. This is pretty sweet. And everyone's just like, ugh. And they're like, who's the last team to do a weird fade thing? Oh, the Jacksonville Jaguars with that.
The Jags.
Nice.
That was exactly what I was going to say. Like they have 3 new jerseys, a black jersey, a white jersey, and then the red jersey. And the red jersey has that ridiculous black to red gradient that's just over the entire jersey. If you haven't seen these yet, Google the Falcons' new uniforms. This red jersey looks like the Jaguars' two-tone helmet that lasted for all of, 1.5 seasons before the NFL was like, we have to get rid of these. These are too bad. I mean, like, the Falcons' black and white jerseys are okay. I do like the ATL on the front of them. But, God, that gradient red jersey is just so terrible. Just so terrible. I mean, it reminds me of the worst franchise in the NFL, the Jacksonville Jaguars. No offense, Jaguars fans. And they didn't, I thought their old jerseys were better. I think that the Falcons went off-brand when they didn't need to. Like, what is the reason for the Falcons to shake up their brand as much as they did? Like, they got to the Super Bowl just a few years ago. They have a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. Like, they have a great stadium. Like, I don't know. Like, the Falcons didn't really need to do this, but they did, and they made their uniforms worse. So here we are.
Congratulations. How do we end up here?
Congratulations, Atlanta. You played yourself.
It's weird that you said that, because I feel like the ATL is like so much bigger than any other like name above the numbers in the NFL. Like, it takes up probably 1/5 of the uniform.
Yeah.
And then the numbers are ginormous.
Yeah, the numbers are like the Patriots. They're just obnoxious on the jersey. And you know what? The ATL might turn out to be like the Cleveland on the Browns' old jersey that after, we see them on the field, we just think is tacky and needless. Why do you need to tell the other team you're from Atlanta? They know you're the Falcons,
Yeah. They don't even show
Like,
their logo on the shoulders, which I think is weird.
Yeah. I just don't know. I don't know. I thought the Falcons' new uniforms were actually worse than the LA Rams, but the LA Rams have not a lot going for them too.
Yeah, it's more like, okay, so I have the Rams as the worst. You have them as the second worst.
Yes.
I'm taking into account that their entire rebranding to me is atrocious. I loved their old logo, just the classic Ram. I don't need LA with a somewhat realistic ram horn curled around it. It just doesn't look good. It looks like a minor league baseball team's logo. And I just then the uniforms come out, and it was just the icing on the cake for me. And I'm just like, oh God, what is happening to this team? It was so cool. First day, don't worry though, they got rid of Brandon Cooks. And
Brandon Cooks is gone, so all is well.
Now Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods can tear it up. I have more faith in Cooper Kupp.
They still got Goff, who's I don't know, top 22.
He's dang average. Oh, and don't worry, the best running back you've had since Marshall Faulk is gone.
He's gone, yeah.
And because you overpaid him way too much. But don't worry, you are now home, in my opinion, to the ugliest one uniform. That weird ram horn color, which they said they picked because it was a combination of the beach and a ram horn. And I'm just like, what on earth is this? And they all have a name tag basically in their corner of their jersey saying, oh, by the way, hi, I'm the Rams.
Yeah, that name tag's really bad. The name tag looks like an advertisement to me. It just doesn't, it's like the ATL and the Cleveland on the Falcons and Browns jerseys. You don't need to tell the other team who you are.
Hey guys.
They know who you are. And I agree with you. The color scheme isn't great. I mean, I don't think they're as bad as the internet has made them to seem. The colors are very SoCal, a lighter blue, a beachy, coastal gold color. My bigger issue with the Rams' new uniforms is the numbers.
They're weird.
First of all,
they look like Pro Bowl numbers.
Yeah, the color gradient on the numbers suck. Stop. Don't do that. Pick a color, white or yellow, and stick with it. Also, the rounded shape of the numbers, that's just not the Rams, The Rams have always had a more classic look, and not every team can pull off the rounded numbers. The Denver Broncos can do it, but that's been the Denver Broncos brand going back decades. It just doesn't fit with the Rams. But I also wasn't thrilled with their old uniforms, of the past few seasons since they moved to LA, because to me they were a combination of the old LA Rams mixed in with some remnants of the St. Louis team. So, I'm glad the Rams have put together their own unique brand for being in Los Angeles. And the one thing I do like with the Rams uniforms, I got to give them credit for this. I really like their new helmets. I think their new logo with the ram horn in LA is dumb, but the new metallic helmets that they have, the ram horn just looks sleeker. It looks tougher, in my opinion. But the jerseys are really not good. The numbers look ridiculous. I don't know. And then the LA Rams patch is so unnecessary. I think these will grow on us faster than we think, when we see the Rams on the field, and, it'll look like a classic Rams color, but I just don't know. They got too fancy with them. And
SoCal.
Yeah, SoCal. The Rams had the LA Rams brand was a classic look of the darker blue and gold mixed with a classic style of number and lettering. Now it's just trying to be so modern, and they're trying to be something they're not,
Yeah. I agree.
I'm just not big fans. Yeah.
Also, a thing we have to keep in mind is they're basically the one team whose jersey reveal didn't have actual player models. I think theirs were CGI created.
Yeah, they were. That might be a result of, of the virus,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
So we really
but
don't
yeah.
know what they look like in person. I can tell you right now,
Right.
I've seen the Falcons thing in person already, and I had a throw up bag ready to roll.
And they're
so,
bad, yeah.
so maybe the
You
Rams
had
are doing the best by
Yeah.
not showing us yet. All right.
You had a Cleveland paper bag brown bag ready to go to vomit.
I got their New
ATL.
Jersey just ready to roll.
Oh boy.
All right, so we got winners and losers here from the NFL schedule release, which was probably the biggest time, the most it's ever been a spectacle in the NFL to get this release, because we're all salivating for any amount of NFL news.
Yeah, we really are. I mean, honestly, the NFL schedule didn't deserve as much attention as it got.
Got a 3-hour special.
Everybody knew who they were playing, and they knew where they were playing. It's just about finding out the timing. And given everything that's happening in the world right now, that timing's probably going to get messed up anyways.
Oh my God, we're playing at 4 o'clock.
But now we have more to talk about, so.